The oldest running pickup truck nameplate in America is finally getting the redesign that it needs. That's right, Nissan has finally unveiled the completely redesigned third generation 2022 Nissan Frontier. After 16 long years of the current model being in production, let's finally take a first look at this all-new truck. So the all-new Frontier is certainly all new on the outside, but the one thing you're not going to be able to tell underneath is Nissan actually says the new Frontier is technically riding on a modified version of the body-on-frame construction of the current generation. That's right, Nissan looks like they just made some updates and tweaks to the current frame, which the current generation Frontier has been around since 2005. That's right, I was in high school when the current second generation Frontier came out. And as you can see, let's start with the exterior styling of this all-new truck, because as you guys know, this is based off of the Nissan Navajara, which is a compact truck sold in other parts of the world. And the Frontier has enjoyed some pretty good success here in America, despite the age of the previous generation model. Nissan sold around 90,000 units here in the States every year, although last year the company only managed to sell around 36,000 units. You can blame, of course, the coronavirus pandemic. You can blame Nissan's ongoing troubles that they are trying to fix. The new Frontier is part of the Nissan Next program, which is going to be introducing several new models by the year 2023. Now let's start with the styling of this new Frontier, because I really like the direction that Nissan is going. Of course, just like the other newer Nissan products that I've shown you, the Rogue, the new Pathfinder, of course, the new Sentra, the styling is much more sophisticated, but also much more masculine. We have a much more, stronger, more blockier look than the previous generation, and you really can tell that when you look at the front fascia of this new Frontier. You can see these full LED headlights are included on this PRO-4X model that Nissan is showing. There's going to be actually two models that have the red accents with the more, off-road oriented styling themes. The PRO-4X, which will come standard with four-wheel drive, and then there's also the Pro-X, which is technically just rear-wheel drive. Kind of think of it as Nissan's version of Toyota's Pre-Runner. And overall, I like the design of the headlights with the LED daytime running lights. It looks like you have LED low and high beams, LED fog lights, and the grille, of course, is a much more, meatier looking grille. It doesn't quite look like the Nissan V-Motion grille that you find on other products, but I just like the much more, wider look to it. It's a blockier appearance. In fact, in terms of the dimensions, the new Frontier is actually about the same width. It's about 0.2 inches wider at 73 inches wide. It's on the narrower end, but Nissan did raise the truck up. Its height is about 2 inches taller overall. Which is going to, again, give it kind of a baby Titan look to it, which I think will work in the marketplace. I also like the red tow hooks and the red accented Nissan logo, which you can see the new Frontier is sporting the new Nissan emblem, which does make it look a lot more cleaner. Makes it look a lot more sophisticated. Now, underneath the hood of the new Frontier, buyers just get a choice of one engine. It's the new engine that Nissan actually showed us on the 2020 Frontier in Chicago a couple years ago. It's the new 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 with direct injection. It's technically a VQ motor that has about 90% or so new parts. It's a great engine that delivers 310 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque. That is the most horsepower in this segment, Nissan claims, although it's just 2 more horsepower than what you're going to get in the Chevrolet Colorado and the GMC Canyon. Now again, buyers only have one transmission choice. It's a 9-speed automatic transmission. That's right, a 9-speed automatic, replacing the old 5-speed automatic that you had in the previous generation. It's the same new 9-speed transmission that they introduced on the 2020 Frontier. I have yet to drive this powertrain combination, but I will be driving it, of course, later this year on the all-new version of the Frontier. If you guys are looking for a 4-cylinder or a manual transmission, it is not available on the Frontier. Don't be surprised to see this powertrain eventually make its way into other products like perhaps the Nissan Titan. It could use a base V6 powertrain. Now, Nissan says the new Frontier will tow a maximum of 6,720 pounds. That's actually the same as last year's model, so they didn't improve on that. It's slightly lower than the top rivals can do at over 7,000 pounds, and payload maxes out at around 1,620 pounds as well, which is slightly higher versus the previous generation. Nissan does not have curb weights, and they do not have fuel economy figures just yet. They're anticipating that will be right around the current generation, although I expect this new truck to be a little bit heavier. Now, moving along the side of the truck, you can see Nissan continues to offer the new Frontier in King Cab, which is the half doors, or full-size crew cab configurations, which are the 4 full-size doors. You can take your pick between 2 different bed lengths as well, either a 5-foot bed or a 6-foot bed. The overall length of the new Frontier has increased by about 5 inches versus the previous generation. Its wheelbase actually stays the same, which again reminds you this is based off of the same body-on-frame construction, although it's been tweaked. I'm not entirely sure where that extra 5 inches went in the body. Nissan says that it's in the front overhang of the truck, although looking at the pictures, I can't really see that because it seems to have really short front overhangs. My guess is it's in the middle somewhere of the truck, so I'll have to wait until I actually see this vehicle in person. You can take your pick between several different wheel options. They mostly showed us the ones that are on the PRO-4X, which are an 18-inch wheel with an all-terrain wheel design. They did not announce ground clearance or breakover or departure angles or approach angles just yet, although they are claiming that the new Frontier will maintain its off-road prowess that we got, of course, on the previous generation with the PRO-4X. Now at the back, you can see the design is very similar, of course, to the current generation Nissan Titan. The taillights have a multi-reflector LED combination, which does look nice. I like the fact that Nissan is also spelling out Frontier in the actual tailgate, which does make the truck, again, look a lot more masculine. It makes it appear larger, even though it's not technically larger in width, and in the wheelbase, its overall length is 5 inches longer, like I mentioned. Those of you, who like the new Nissan emblem, you're going to see that new red accented badge if you guys go for the PRO-4X or the PRO-X models, which again, I think the new Frontier's styling is a home run for me. I think it's probably one of the better looking trucks that you're going to find in this segment. It and the Tacoma, for me, are probably my favorites, along with the Jeep Gladiator. Although the Jeep is considered more of a lifestyle truck, Nissan is going to market this, of course, to enthusiasts with the PRO-4X model and the typical work truck buyers with the lower S and SV trims. Moving on to the interior, you can really tell that Nissan has significantly upgraded it, which was not a difficult thing to do. The previous generation Frontier was just ridiculously old in its interior design. I mean, it was from 16 years ago, and it looked like it was from 20 years ago when you look at the dashboard design. This new model, you can see, takes some styling cues, of course, from what we've seen in all the newer Nissan products, like the new Pathfinder, like the new Rogue. I'm surprised to see an older steering wheel, however, in this new Frontier. This is the same steering wheel that we see in the new Armada and, of course, the Titan. Nissan says they used that steering wheel because they wanted to preserve the truck lineage with the Frontier. Of course, it's still a newer steering wheel design versus the old Frontier, but it would have been nice to see Nissan throw in, the flat bottom wheel design that you get in the Pathfinder and the one you get in the Rogue. You do have that red accented Nissan logo in the actual steering wheel airbag cover, which does look nice. You can see the red specific gauges come on the PRO-4X and PRO-X models, which do make the cabin look a little bit nicer. There's also some nice red trim. And in terms of technology, this is where Nissan has significantly upgraded the new Frontier. You have a 9-inch Nissan Connect infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay. That's going to be standard. If you guys want Android Auto, you have to actually plug it into your phone. There's no wireless Android Auto compatibility. The instrument panel also has a new 7-inch information display, which Nissan claims is the largest in the industry, which in the segment of mid-sized trucks, that's not a difficult thing to do. So the interior definitely does look a lot more modern. They also say that they're using more premium materials. The dashboard has a soft touch injection molded plastic, is what they're telling us. And the door panels have nice soft touch materials where you're going to be resting your elbow. So of course, I'm going to be checking that out whenever I see this truck in person. If you guys are looking for the latest safety tech features, Nissan Safety Shield 360 is optional. My guess is it'll be included on the SV trims and up, so you'll have things like forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane departure alert. If you want adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring, that is going to be an option package on the higher trims. If you guys are looking for Nissan's Pro Pilot Assist system, it's not available on the Frontier. That's the one where will really start to self-drive itself for you on the road, where it'll keep in the lane for you. Nissan says the reason why they don't offer Pro Pilot Assist on the new Frontier is because it doesn't have an electric power steering system. It still uses a hydraulic system, although it's been slightly tweaked in terms of the ratios. The company did say that if they do switch to electronic power steering, they're going to watch customer demand and see if customers really request it. In this segment, typically you don't find all of the latest driver assistance tech features, which I think should be coming in the next couple of years as, again, the electric trucks come to market. Even truck buyers, I'm assuming, are going to want all the latest tech features. In terms of the overall room, I'll have to wait until I actually get inside the truck. The previous generation, of course, felt a little bit cramped on the inside. This new one is larger by 5 inches, so I'm hoping that Nissan was able to throw in some more space, especially when you look at the backseat area. The crew cab model is obviously going to be the one that's going to be the higher volume version, because that's what people in America like. They like to have all that extra interior space and have room for all their friends. Now, the new Frontier will be going on sale by summer of 2021, around the same time, of course, as the new Pathfinder. If you guys haven't seen my first look video on the Pathfinder, be sure to click in the link in the description below. You can watch that video. Both of those vehicles will be going on sale in the summer. And Nissan has not announced pricing just yet on the new Frontier. The current generation starts at around $27,000. It's actually on the more expensive end of the segment. They will say that the pricing of the new one should be similar, but if you guys are like expecting to find a Frontier that's under $20,000 for budget work truck purposes, Nissan's just not planning to offer that anymore. They really want to take this new Frontier further upmarket, so you're going to have to look elsewhere, perhaps at like a Chevy Colorado or cheapo versions of the Ford Ranger to get something that's really, really inexpensive. But with all that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed my first look overview on the 2021 Nissan Frontier. I'm liking the changes that Nissan made. They're definitely heading in the right direction. If you're also looking to see the latest cars I'm testing, be sure to follow me on Instagram at redline_reviews. Like us on Facebook, and as always, guys, please keep subscribing to the Redline Reviews YouTube channel for all the latest reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.